Got one more. Get it on me. Who are we? Get it on me. Who are we? Get it on me.
Big up to everybody. Listen, celebrate, man. The season is
over. It's
Come on.
over. It's over.
That's our show for the season. Oh, I'm splashing water everywhere.
Yo, that's it. Yo, big up to all my Nigerians. That's how you do it, mate.
Yeah.
We get rid of the juju, mate. Juju from last season, mate. That's last season now. We're spilling water, mate.
Man,
we are bringing in a new dawn.
I'm telling you, mate.
Spill that water, Said. Spill that water,
man.
lad.
I'm telling you, mate. Listen, big up to everybody, man. Straightjacket podcast 179, and the season is over. Celebrate, everybody. Celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Honestly, you survived it.
You survived. I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I won't be fighting. I'm a survivor.
Trust me, we're gonna be fighting. Trust me. Big up. Straightjacket. It's been a long.
It's been a long one. It's been a long one, man. Let's give ourselves a shake around.
Said, well done, lad. Well
you
done.
know what, man? From where we were at the start of the season, bits and bobs. Shout out to bits and bobs, yeah. To where we are now.
We imagined another season, innit? We imagined another season. We imagined.
Oh my God!
And
You were. And you know what it is, yeah? You know how the season started, people. This guy was at the bus stop talking to that Ajax fan. I wonder if you could speak to that Ajax fan again when he said to you. He said to him, what did he say to him, by the way?
I said to him, listen, Eric Ten Hag, mate, we need this guy.
We need this guy.
We need this guy. We need football. We don't need low block FC.
Little did you know. Little did you know.
To be fair, I did say to him, I said, I rate your manager. I think you playing great football. I think what he's done is great. And they said to him, hey, we love United, but lay off Riley.
Yeah, of course.
Staying, so it's weird, isn't it? Weird,
mate. It just shows you, man, how the season has turned out, people. But big up to every single one of you who's been on the journey, the Straightjacket podcast journey. You know what I'm saying to you? Please smash a like on the video if you're watching right now.
Talk to the people, man.
Listen, man, it's been a journey, man. Like I said to you, we've had the ups and downs. We've had, you know what I mean? We've had the Conte moment, which we're going to discuss as well. Because, listen, I think you've got egg on your face, mate. Egg on your face. He said he didn't want Conte. He said you didn't want Conte. He won't get us top 4. He won't play beautiful football.
No, I'm not talking about top 4. So he won't play good football.
Listen, you know they got the most goals this season. Listen, have you got egg on your face? Have you got to apologize to Antonio Conte right on here? Antonio Conte, apologize. He's got Tottenham to top 4.
You know, I'll go near him.
Yeah.
I said, Antonio, and rip that fucking wig off.
Listen, that's an expensive wig, you know. You might have to.
I'll turn it off, mate. I'll turn that wig off quicker than you can say hello.
Yeah,
Antonio.
Absolutely, man. But big up people, man. Listen, you know what, Norton? Are you relieved at the minute? There's parts of me that are relieved in every shape or form. Every shape and form.
Said, you know, see, I'm eating, I'm celebrating, I'm drinking, you're throwing water.
You know what I'm talking about? Just in general. We the season's over, but also the guys who at Liverpool down the road have not won the league, and people are going to say you should have celebrated this and that. Nah, it's about relief that they were about to do something special. They were about to kind of almost eradicate the whole treble and everything. They were about to win the quadruple or on the way to quadruple. It's not happened, Nuruddin. That was another thing.
Said, I'm not going to lie to you. There are some people who say that, but genuinely, I've been so disgusted how bad Man United are. I'm not even being focused on that, honestly. I'm not being focused on that because they gave us 9. We held 9. And I can't even, because we're nowhere near competing with them. Even yesterday, we had to rely on Brighton.
Brighton, man. Yo, another team, man. Big up to Brighton, man. They could have been in the conference. You could have been, where could you have been, man? Watching Astana or something. You know what I mean? I don't know who's in the conference league nowadays.
Listen, up pop the hard stuff, the soft stuff,
is that
the herbal stuff. No, this is pineapple strictly, mate. This is to the new beginnings, mate. New beginnings.
new beginnings, new
it's
juice.
Apple juice. Apple juice, this is.
Apple juice, man.
It's not olive juice is dead and gone. This is apple juice, mate, with water.
Listen, big up to Realist TV, 7-8 signings. Listen, we need to start off the start of it. Man United, first of all. Let's just talk about another bad result, another loss. You know how many?
I couldn't honestly watching it. I was like, this is how bad Man United are.
Yeah,
like, honestly, at times, if you close your eyes and you took away the devil crest,
yeah.
If you took away the crest, you're just like, who's this team, man?
Yeah,
who's
man, poor. You know that 6 away losses in a row.
Said, you've seen the articles that were written by the crony journalists.
Yeah, I've seen that by the way.
Afterwards, I think he's done amazing, Ralph, to be able to cope with the absolute wallads in this club, and that's including Murta and these muppets, yeah? Right?
Oh, you can't talk about Murta. Murta madness, mate. Statman Baines is going to be on you now, and Danny. By the way, they all turn up nice. You see Myrtle coming in the photos and that, wants to be next to Ten Hag. You know, he wants to be in there. He wants to be there. But then again, I see him in a video in the Van Gaal dressing room. Chilling with Van Gaal lot.
Yeah.
So it's not as if
he's been there.
It's been there, done it, man.
It's been there.
So it's not as if, you know what I mean? Someone saying there, Miles Jordan saying there, get rid of Bruno, please. It's awful. You know what, Nordin, man? I'm being deadly serious with you now, yeah? Bruno started to piss me off, you know? Like, genuinely, like, I don't get pissed off at, like, football, is it? Because I always think, you know what I mean? Football, you can't take it seriously, you know what I mean? It's not your life, yeah? But genuinely, man, Bruno Fernandes, yeah? I'm being honest with you, man. His actual play is awful, you know?
So how many times have we been at Old Trafford when he's done that pass and that pass?
Pass, he loves that pass, by the way.
From a throw-in.
That pass here, people, is his kind of almost forte.
How many times has he mishit it and he's gone right up in the air and got our defense in trouble at Old Trafford? He's done it before. The guy has got previous, but nobody tells him. Even if people tell him don't play that ball, just tap it out, just keep.
Nobody's going up to him though, because of the fact that he gets his goals and his assists here. Nobody goes up to him and says it. And you know what? Stop doing them passes. There's no accountability.
There's almost this aspect of it like he did it on purpose.
You think so?
Saeed,
when
you're putting your team in trouble with a wayward pass that you're not in control of, you're not even looking at the people that you're playing their ball to. He's got his back to them. He's facing the ball and he's trying to pass the ball over his shoulder to that side.
You know that's the worst passive football you can make. You know that. That's if you actually play football, you never ever make them diagonal passes. You know that, especially when he had his back towards his goal as well.
How can you see where you're passing the ball?
Where you're passing the ball, but every single time he does it, it's not Old Trafford, where you got a big pitch. But the transition will be bad as well.
What about one of the best assists Sahar's had this season?
Well, listen, I said, you know what I said, yeah? I said his assist dried up, so he wanted to kind of give an assist. That's what I said, people.
That's moving, man.
It's getting a joke, though, man. His actual playing already, though. It's getting a bit like, I'm getting tired of it. Mate. You know, someone said to me yesterday that his type of football died when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left. You know, when most of them have left. Like Maguire, Rashford.
Saeed, I was explaining it yesterday on my season and then the season review, which was just talking about, just saying how we just need to look in the toilet bowl and you know where our season has been. It's been down the drain on the toilet, mate. That's what we are. But I've been talking about it. People like him, Rashford, Maguire, low block FC suited everybody. Because what? Maguire, so everybody was next to him. He can touch his teammates, low block. And Bruno, you give the ball to him, and then Rashford makes the run. Those three players, as soon as we had to go and play some sort of football, all three of them got found out because they can't cope. And obviously the coaches didn't do, and Ole didn't do due diligence.
Yeah, of course, due diligence.
He didn't do the due diligence in terms of the conditioning and the fitness. The players need to change the style of football. That didn't come with that. And then people tell me, well, Ole was basically, the coaches were coaching one way, and then Ole was totally telling them a different thing to play.
But it's just the way he plays within himself. It's like almost like enemy of progress. Like you're trying to get somewhere, and then he'll try to do the opposite. And I'm like, I don't like. For me, I think he's a. People talk about Maguire being like a critical point where he might not play, etc., etc. I think Bruno Fernandes is in danger because of the way Ten Hag wants to play.
If he doesn't listen to Ten Hag, then we'll see he's not going to be in the team for that long. But if he doesn't listen to it, he's got a contract, but he's going to be sidelined. Just because you're giving a contract, I don't mean that you're going to stay here. There is an idea, actually, because it's all under the Glazonomics. We'll come to it, and I'll get a definition up.
Yeah.
But it's called book value.
Book value.
Yeah. So it's about how the fans, book value, I'll read it to you. 1 second.
Yeah.
Book value, because that's an interesting thing that came out.
Yeah. Big up to Zim Gunner. He says, big up Saeed and Nuruddin. Big up to you all. Please avoid the Man City parade tonight. I think Ten Hag produced you all with the proper backing. Did you see anything on the roads lately now?
I seen 6 people, a blind dog, walking to town by themselves.
Yeah, man. Listen, not much action going on in the parade, but big up to everybody who's going on the parade, by the way. You know what I'm saying to you? Like I said to you, most of my family support City. So they were all buzzing people. So end of the day, like I said to you, what have you got there?
So the book value, it says here, it says this is what it is. That was in the article that with Laurie Whitwell in it. Access journalist, the value of of a security or an asset entered into the firm's books. So it's in they're doing financial instruments, yeah. That's why they return players. It's part of the Glazonomics because they're doing very dodgy instruments. So the players, that's why we get so many players on big contracts because it's basically in their books. So the actual transfer is the wages and how that works. So if they sell a player too quickly, then that means their value in the books is not as much. If they get rid of, like most of the football clubs, like Man City, they sign a couple of players, it didn't work, see you later. They get rid of them, don't they? Man United have not been able to do that. And that's why we've got such a bloated squad where everybody's getting contract right, left, and center.
Yeah,
and
of course.
This is called book value. And the definition of it is the value of a security or an asset as it entered in a firm's books, because it's Man United's banking the way it's like it'll turn into a bank. We've turned into a bank. So these are assets, and they're part of the books. So the firm's books, the company's books. So when they sign somebody, they take into hand that this person for the foreseeable contract, this is how much they're going to pay in terms of the wages, and they take that. So that's why we can't sell players once we sign them.
Yeah. Quickly. I know. I've seen that.
That's people can look it up. It's called book value.
Yeah, it says here, book value is basic accounting. It's like counting cash, and it comes up on the balance sheet. Yeah. For me, like I said to you, I think Bruno is going to be a massive issue for Ten Hag. But like I said to you, a lot of the players are. I'm looking at Dalot as well, man. Nureddin, listen, I still don't see what people see in Dalot as well, Nureddin. You know what I mean? Because he's getting beat 1v1 defending. I mean, what Nureddin, what do you call it? Ten Hag's looking at that yesterday, by the way, and he's probably thinking to himself, what am I watching here? What am I looking at? What am I witnessing? Basic defending, they can't do. It's absolutely nonsensical. The defending is a joke. The midfield is a joke. People don't deep it. This is a massive surgery that Ten Hag's got to do, Nordin. It's a massive surgery. When you look at the whole squad and look at the whole kind of, everything that he's got to do, it's a major rebuild. And to think that we need another major rebuild is crazy because we've spent so much money. But again, that Glazer guy, what did he say, Avram Glazer? We spent a lot of money. We do that. He said, we spent a lot of money. We do it every time. That's what he said, Nureddin. It's
Absolute
a joke.
Clown. Absolute clown. We would not have hired him. What do you know about football? The guy should have asked, but what expert have you got about football? He said, we should not have hired him if we didn't think he was. That's why we hired him. Listen, this is not Eric Ten Hag's rebuild. This is Man United rebuild, mate. It's Man United making errors. And this book value business, all of it came into play most likely after Jose, because players were all headed out and gone after Van Gaal, wasn't it? Jose. So this is right. And if this is in place now, Saeed and all Straightjacket family, Ten Hag's going to fail. Because if he can't shift players, football, you have to be able to shift players to bring new players in.
Yeah, facts.
If we can't shift players, good night, Vienna, mate. Good night, sweetheart. Sweetheart,
there's a lot to shift, man.
Good night, mate.
There's a lot to shift, man.
Thankfully, some of them are leaving on their own accord because they're sick of the toxicity. They've had enough. They're part of it, and they've had enough. They're like, we need to go.
By the way, did you see that Cavani, the video of Cavani?
Was it a West Ham fan? So
was it United fans? Apparently, people say this United fan. Let us know in the comments below. I think it was Crystal Palace fans because, you know what I mean, they want to see the big stars going to the bus and that. But again, you know what I mean? Like, it just shows you the season, you know what I mean? That he's having to pull his fingers up when he could just go straight to the bus.
You know what? That he needs to turn that around and flick himself. Because that's what he's done to Man United. He literally fucked us.
100%. He's done that to United.
He plays when he wants. He plays when he wants. That vibe, Cavani. He plays when he wants.
He does play when he wants, mate. You know what, man? I've looked at him and I thought, you know what, man? I look back on Cavani's career. How do you sum it up when you look at it?
First season, fantastic. Came in and put himself on the pitch. Did everything every time. That's why the song was brilliant. One of the best songs. And then second season, my guy, play when I want. I'm injured. And then that virus then caught the rest of the dressing room looking, if you can do that, why can't I not do that? That's why 9 were missing yesterday. Because they're like, We gotta do the editing.
Rashford, Lingard.
You know what? The facts are in it. Facts are in on the sick, mate.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They're all facts are in. They didn't even turn up. They're like facts are in.
Mm.
The facts are in. That's what Mancuni were, innit?
West Ham.
When you facts are in, that means you ain't turning up, mate.
Yeah.
9 of them yesterday were like, imagine Man United were in the final. Oh, that was the last game of the season.
See you later. You do it. You're all right to do that. Exactly. That sums up the season, though, innit? People just kind of say, you do that. I'll do this. Is my job here.
It's like Sancho was supposed to have tonsillitis. Then he was in Paris taking photos. Next minute, I'm not getting on Sancho, by the way.
No, but you're showing the current predicament.
That's an example, yeah. And then, so he's all right with his brethren in Paris, yeah, walking around fashionista and doing it. But then when he's come back, but he's got time to do that. When he comes to come and actually go and do what he's paid to do, I've got a little niggle.
That's one thing as well. Ten Hag needs to sort out. It's that ill discipline of these players, mate, to just take it as a liberty, just to kind of be playing for Man United Football Club. They think it's a liberty.
Man United, Merton now is being dressed up as like a Maldini for what Maldini's done for Milan.
Yeah, of course.
Congratulations to Milan, by the way.
Yeah, Milan.
11 years, mate.
I can't call Milan anymore. Our club, basically.
No,
I can't say we're the new AC Milan anymore.
11 years.
By the way, I said that 2 years ago, and look now what they've done.
Yeah, 11 years. And you know what? What Maldini's done straight away. Anybody what big wages? See you later. Donnarumma, even though you came through this football club, you're an AC Milan supporter.
See you later.
See you later,
Kessie,
mate. You know what?
We're not giving you them wages. And that's why, did you see the applaud that Maldini got? Unbelievable. The amount of fans, 80,000, by the way, that was at Calabria as well.
Yeah, in that game. So it shows
it can be done, though.
He's the only guy, he's the only sporting director, yeah, that's gone to a football club that's actually smashed the wages, put a wage gap in there, and been successful. Why?
Yeah.
Because that focuses people. Yeah. And now I bet Milan are going to give all those players bonuses.
Yeah.
They're going to be rewarded.
Of course.
Rewarded. But anyway, big up, man. King Juice.
Big up, love, expect from you, Atlanta, USA. Big up to you from America, man. Huge fan of the channel on the Big Six. Would you take Joao Felix or Rafinha this summer? I think United need both. Well, Joao Felix is going to look about at least 150 because he's already, his release clause. I don't know how much it is. And Rafinha, again, is not relegated now, so Leeds are staying up. So I think he will be probably costing about 60 million, 70 million.
King Juice, Man United, all due respect, brother. Nothing but love and respect. But Man United are trying to get away from prima donna players.
Yeah.
We need to sign the next Phoenix, the next Rafinha.
Yeah.
We don't need to sign overbloating Man United players who are going to get massive wages, who are just going to do what the rest of them have done.
Yeah. We've got to be very, very meticulous in what we buy. Exactly. But big up to you, bro. Nathan Millis, my guy, bro. I went to the game yesterday. I walked out full time. The majority of our fan base stayed and clapped dead players and the manager. These super fans are holding the club back. That's a message to the Arsenal players. You know what I mean? Personally, if you lured in, I would not have stayed. If I went to the Brentford game, I would have got off. You know what I'm saying to you? So listen, it is what it is. But big up to you, Nathan Minas. You get me? Always a real one. Big up to you. Keep your head up, man. Big up to LS Sports TV. He goes, what's your ideal summer transfer window? Well, I think it needs major surgery. Like this, for me, it's not just a kind of we want the young. We just want the young.
Like the whole summer transfer. By the way, another thing, Suicide, we found out, information's coming out, that the reason why it takes us a lot to sign players because we still own money on old transfers. So we need to get bank loans to then go on service. So we need to apply for more bank loans, and we're waiting for those bank loans to go.
Sure, you're not doing a panorama episode on Man United.
This is who we are.
They need to call it for a panorama episode.
I look at this forensically, mate.
Yeah.
Forensically, I don't leave nothing to chance, mate.
None of this Declan Rice as well. I don't want to spend 100 million on Declan Rice. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But again, De Jong, he could go to City because City are going to still... You see what Guardiola said yesterday? He goes, I've got 5 substitutions next season, so you're going to see more genius from me. So he's looking to go again, people. This is Pep Guardiola again, wants to go. There's 5 subs next season. I don't want to be seeing, I don't know, you know what I mean, Shola Shortire coming on as our 5 substitution. We need proper recruitment. And yesterday, Nordin, when Ten Hag was watching that, by the way, did you see his facial expressions, by the way? And De Graaf was there as well. And what's the other guy? McLaren was there. And he's looking at that, Nordin. What's the biggest thing that you were looking at there? You're thinking, he's got to sort that out.
Shaking his head.
He kept shaking his head. There was one moment he was just looking to the sky. Bro, they had like they had a Ten Hag cam on him. They were like, what is this, mate? What is this?
And big up what he did to that absolute muppet journalist as well.
Cottrell, I hate him, man. I can't stand that Steve Cottrell, mate.
What a
Honestly,
dickhead,
man. He's so self-entitled.
Man United want to save from you. Manhandling security, get off me. I'm media.
You can't touch me. You're on camera. I'm like, listen, mate.
You know what? I love that security, man. You know what?
Listen, mate.
That
We need
security,
him.
man. That's where fuck off.
You know, Maguire Lindelof, watch out, mate. That's how you defend, mate. You get on close tight, mate, and you tell him, get off me. Yes, that's what you do, though.
My guy defending tonight. Better defending than we've seen all season. That's the highlight defending from that security, man, there.
That's what you call defending.
That's what you call defense, mate.
Man said, get off me. He said, no. Then I think he said, camera's on you, mate. You don't care, man.
See, like,
Ten Hag was like, right, this is the formation we're doing, right? You're going to come in here, you're going to sweep in, and then you're going to go in there, and there's physical aggression.
I don't want no microphone near me face, mate.
He tried to do it before, you know.
I know. When he went to see him, when he was... Steve Cottrell had the audacity, when Ten Hag is the Ajax manager, come and turn up for training, try and meet him, doorstep him, right there and then. He's just like, see you later, mate.
Yeah.
What entitles you, mate? Talk to me.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Ten
mate.
Hag goes, I observed it, I analyze it, but for me, I take this information to the next season.
Yo, big up Khalisma.
Big up Khalisma. But listen, that information needs to stop in pre-season. Not into the season, mate. Pre-season, I want that eradicated. That has to be eradicated. But these guys are going to have such a shock, you know, when they see what you call pressing, what you call, you know, doing key passes, what you call protecting the ball. And also, there's not going to be no hide away from the ball now. I wonder what McTominay is going to do. I wonder what these players are going to do.
It's going to be interesting.
Like when they try.
It's so funny. Somebody like Ten Hag, innit, just try to big them up a little bit. Because, you know, obviously, he's talking to the players as well. So to big them up, innit, you don't want to, everybody's shitting on them, innit. So he can't come out and slam them either. So he basically says, these guys finished second. There's a lot of potential, a lot of talent here. Yeah. And we're like, listen, we finished second in a stadium where Chelsea were in doldrums. They had a new manager. Facts. And Liverpool fell off, had about 6-7 injuries at the back and all of that, right? So, and then we just had this, we played in front of empty stadiums. Yeah. So there's a context to this. But he has to try to be positive a little bit. Of course. Because you don't want to lose all of the players. But it's funny, man. It's funny. I'm just like, come on. Eric Town, you know there's a context. Because in Holland, by the way, in the Netherlands, they stopped football. When we were Project Restart side, they didn't do that. They just wrote up this whole season. Of course. Yeah. They were like, nah, nobody's playing. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Like, he's watched United in that time where nobody was playing. And they can imagine, because that English football and German football are the two leagues that are in Italian football. Yeah, of course. You know, La Liga plays a little. But you know, when you talk about in Milan before, is that just the blueprint? Get a proper discipline. Proper discipline. Proper football director. Maldini's coming. He's restructured the football club. They've got Pioli. Is it Pioli? By the way, big up to Pioli as well. Yeah, nobody believed in him. Yeah, he started as an interim, didn't he? Yeah. No, so they were going to hire Ralf Rangnick, maybe. They were honestly, if you look it up, honestly, they were going to hire Ralf Rangnick. They weren't meant to. And Ralf Rangnick was going to be a manager and then go to be a director of football till they found the manager. But Pioli's managed like small team. He did good and they play good football. Yeah, of course. And then they thought, he's only going to be here for a certain time. Yeah. And look at him now. And now he's deserving of a new contract. He looks like a beautiful person as well, man. The way he is with the players, and swagged the fans out, and like, man. He looks so chilled. He knows how to coach his team. Yeah, you know, a man like him, they do it they don't just show for show. They're doing it day in, day out on the training ground. And it looks like Ten Hag as well. And Italy, they have a different mentality, bro. Yeah, when you play for that club, if the club goes through bad ways, you're all going sleepover at the training ground. Yeah, mate. Of course. It's all hunker down, mate. Till you get it right. Juventus do it, AC Milan do it, NML, and they test every player. Yeah. Everything. You're tested for everything. Your diet, what you eat. It's like you belong to that club. Not like here, where the reports, United players were missing meals. But you know what it is, though? When you talk about being a proactive club, it's like this one here, Kamara going to Villa. Villa now are a proactive club. They went and got that Kamara, you know, the one from Marseille, the CDM. I thought it was going to Atletico Madrid. No, Aston Villa have come in. So they signed him? Yeah, they signed him. It's done deal. They have signed Kamara straight away. But that's a club that's being proactive, though, for free. Would that have happened United? Signing a player of his quality on a free? Decent player, mate. Good player. Right, on a free as well. On a free.
can play football, can play that way that we see the end.
Got an edge to him.
Got an edge to him. But again, that's what I'm saying to you.
Fred, mate. Reality check, people. Matt Fred will be starting this.
You know, the midfield next season, I said, something has to drastically change in that midfield, One thing has to give, you know what? I'm being serious, They can't all play next summer, Even two of them can't play. Fred and Bruno can't play as well, you know that. So, for me, if, say, De Jong comes to the football club, you're going to have to get a natural number 6. And then you can get Bruno.
And then Van der Beek as well.
You got Van der Beek in there as well. So I think Ten Hag will have to reshuffle that midfield. We could talk about defense because defense, I think, can be sorted out, and I think you can add the right. But you got the midfield for me has to be the key.
Midfield have to be able to protect. Get a proper midfield that can protect the
and
defense.
Also has to be the right balance. You look at how many midfields.
Talk to us, but then did you hear what Ten Hag said today? We're gonna go into detail about the So big up Kelly's at 6:40. When I tell you slowly to grab and share some of the quotes, we're going to go into a lot into that. What we need to do, bro, is that we're going to analyze what he said. Yeah. And basically what he said was, it's about the tools, mate, having the right tools to be able to do the football you want to play. Yeah. But he said, even if we don't play well, we need to win.
Yeah,
right?
We need to win.
So, and the other thing he said is, coach can only play the football with the players that you have. What does that say? McFred ain't getting away too much, mate. Might have to play football
the right
with
level
McFred.
Of players, though. For me, I don't know why you're not getting your boy Tuchel.
This is what it's always fine, guys. Really, okay. Big up
Strasbourg, Steve. Big up to you, man. Where's Strasbourg? Is that
I think France.
France, yeah,
Strasbourg. I think if I'm not wrong, it's on the border with Germany.
Always find you guys really entertaining, even though I'm a Newcastle fan. Big up to you.
Yeah,
too.
Man.
Listen, we're watching out for Newcastle. Don't worry, man. Newcastle are coming, mate.
Dan Ashworth, we're watching out, mate. Look, everybody came at me and were like, Eddie Howe for United. Look what Eddie Howe's done. But I'm talk about it. Look what Eddie Howe's done there. Eddie Howe, 3 players they signed. Yeah. 3 or 4 players. They weren't even spectacular players. These were players that were given away by Brighton, given away by Burnley, given away by the only one that's high profile is from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
The right back.
Yeah. And
Trippier. But what did he do? Coach his way out of it, mate. That's what coaching does, people. Look, from when they were gone, bottom of the league, to now where 11th place, mate.
Not 100%.
11th place in the league comfortably, mate.
So then you have to
coach his way.
Antonio Conte then.
Listen, Saeed, I'll say the same. Antonio Conte, he's got a different caliber of players, and he was allowed to bring in players in January. Yeah. Yes, to change totally the midfield.
But that's what he's done. That's what Eddie Howe's done.
Listen, no. Eddie Howe has had guy from Brighton, guy from Burnley, right? That's so 2 players only, Bruno Guimaraes and Trippier. Have you heard it? If United signed the other 3, you'd be like, what the hell are we signing?
But he's also bought a guy who was failing at Juventus and Bentancur, who was both failing.
Bentancur's a brilliant player.
No, but he's a brilliant player, but they weren't they were in and out.
Juventus was failing. He wasn't failing.
No, but they were in and out. He wasn't a first teamer, though.
Yeah, but I know that.
And Kulusevski was on the bench. Yeah, but yet still, he got them to top 4.
Listen, he got them to focus. Arsenal bottled it, and Man United bottled it. I say it again.
Saeed, you gotta give him credit, man.
Saeed, no, I'm sorry.
Why do you not give him the credit to Antonio Conte?
I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry to say.
You gotta give him credit, man.
Arsenal was 6 points clear in the 15th of March. 6 points clear. With 2 games in hand.
I'm not doing this.
Listen, with 2 games in hand. Manchester United had one of the shittest seasons of all time.
It doesn't matter, though.
And you know how many?
It doesn't matter what Tottenham have done, though.
But guess how many wins we were away from finishing top 4? 3. And look at the season we've had.
No, man.
Yes, Saeed, shut your mouth. Don't make it out. Don't make it out.
Antonio Conte's got the most goals in the Premier League.
Don't make it out. Don't make it out. Don't make it out. Spurs were amazing. Spurs did it. Spurs did it with a draw. They needed a draw on the last day. He didn't do it. Listen to me. If he did it 4 or 5 games ago, I give him the props and go, wow, solidified step for 4 or 5 games.
But he's done it step by step, though. He's believed in himself.
He
went to Northland Derby.
I'm not living the hype. I'm not believing. Arsenal are bottled jobs, mate. I'm sorry to say. Their own fans will tell you. Saeed, stop contradicting yourself. Stop. You were calling them for bottling it against Newcastle and Spurs.
I get them.
Yes, they were.
No, but I'm trying to say to you, give credit to
they went to Brighton. Conte went to Brighton, got smashed, mate. Got out footballed. Spurs
I
defending,
get that.
10 men
Arsenal
behind the
did bottle it.
ball.
Arsenal did bottle it.
Arsenal did
Also-
bottle it.
but you also
Man
have to-
United did bottle it as well.
No, but Man
Facts.
United, come on, man. We
Facts.
bottled it in February.
No, but
We bottled it in
honestly,
February,
I'm
man.
telling you now, 9 points, Man United in the Champions League. 3 wins. That's what I'm saying to you. If he did it 5 years, listen to me. If he did it 5 games ago, then I would say, you know what, props to him. Honestly, if he did it 5 games to spare, he's solidified top 4, then I'll go hand on my hat.
By the
You know
way,
what? Big up to
United
him.
didn't bottle anything. It's Arsenal
Now,
you're trying to talk about.
listen,
United
also,
was February.
listen.
You can't call
No,
a bottle job from February.
No, United bottled it September the 25th. I called it out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. So that's not bottling it. Though.
No, but listen, but United absolutely bottled it 25th of September. When I saw the football we were playing was relegation football. But at the end of the day, when you look at the points we finished with 58 points, yeah, 9 points, United finished in the top 4.
So you can't commend what a job that.
No, listen, he's done a good job, but the man's still wearing a wig. And that football for me, never in my life. I had it for 6 years. 6 years. And so you talk about it. Just because he's got, listen, let me say something to you now. Jose Mourinho's team that won the league, that beat Pep Guardiola's team to the league, he scored so many goals. Does that mean
they were 8th when they came in?
They played amazing football? Nah.
They were 8th when they came in. I think he's done a remarkable job.
Mate,
I think Antonio Conte.
You are all underplaying just because the players were not performing. People make it out that Spurs have got shit team. No, they haven't. They've got Harry Kane. They've got Son, one of the most consistent guys.
2-3 players in.
Listen, and then he bought for 2 or 3 players in. If Ralf Rangnick was allowed to bring, what did Ralf Rangnick say? What he wanted? Kamara.
I get that.
What did he want? A striker, especially the one after number 11 went missing, and the other guys were all loaned out, right? So I'm sorry. If he did it 4 games to go, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll put my hat on and I'll take it off to him. He didn't. He needed a point on the last day, mate. Against shitty fucking Norwich. Come on.
And where Man United now?
Man United, listen. But that's the maddest thing. We've stayed 6th, right? Around 5th, 6th. We've not been in that. We've stayed in that for all this time, and our football didn't deserve it. Facts.
We deserve Conference League when you really deep it. We deserved Conference League.
Of course, that's what it is.
Arsenal did the same thing. Yeah, Ty did rewarded their manager with a new contract with Arsenal failure. Well, they I don't know where they're going to do next season because they've got a
we will see what he does in the Champions League. We will see.
Yeah, but he's got a bad record in Champions League.
We will see, mate. We will see.
He's got a bad record.
Bad record. Don't I know about it, mate? Don't I know about it? We will see.
But we're in the Europa League, though, you know what I mean? That's our season, man.
Listen,
when you look at the
I really wanted Man United to get a conference just to shame the club.
Shame the club.
Shame the club.
You know what? You know what? Nobody could argue with that, you know?
Shame
because I feel like we've got away with something
conference,
now.
Mate.
Yeah.
Green.
Especially the players deserved Conference League. After that, 6. Let me just bring you the actual, you know, Premier League table. Actual, like, you know, the results and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna deep it for you how this bad this has been. Yeah, because people need to hear it and people need to.
Conte did good work. If he'd done it 3 games to spare, I would big it up for him. I'm telling you now.
Let me just tell you, Lord, people. Yeah, 38 games. Yeah, people. And by the way, there's nearly 700 of us here. Please, guys, at least 300 likes, people. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new. 38 games. Yeah, 16 wins, 10 draws. And 12 losses.
Man United, of course.
And let me tell you something as well. Guess how many goals we've scored?
62 or something like that.
57. Guess how many we conceded?
60 something.
57.
57. Wow. 0-0.
0 goal difference, people. I'm gonna bring your super chat in a little bit. I'm just gonna discuss that a little bit. 0 goal difference, people. That is embarrassing. 6 away go. I think is that the worst in the history? 6 away losses in history. I don't know if that's the worst in history.
This is the worst Premier League history, Man United.
Yeah,
since the Premier League's been there. This is the worst Man United. Worst point, worst goal difference, worst everything. The amount of home wins, everything. Yeah, 10 draws.
10 draws.
Horrific. And you know what? Ollie was doing that. Look at that last season as well. So many draws.
That's what I'm saying. That's why people, when they bring, you know, the revisionism and they say, oh, Ollie didn't do all this, but he had loads of draws. And for me, sometimes I think draws are more.
We went away a lot in an empty stadium, but that's empty stadiums, mate. We went away a lot in an empty stadium. There was
a lot of draws.
A lot of draws. Horrendous.
So it is what it is, people. Man United have not lost 6 away games since 1981. 1981. Who was
41
managing
years
them?
ago?
Who was managing them? Ron Atkinson.
I think it was Ron Atkinson.
Or Dave Sexton. Could be one of them.
Yeah.
Big up to Alien Tenor might know. Big up to Andy Tate in the building. Yeah, that was Andy Tate, by the way, that said that, by the way. So big up to Andy Tate. Said about not lost 6 away since 1981.
Yeah. Big up Andy Tate, man.
Big up Andy Tate. Hope you well. Hope you had a good holiday, by the way.
Andy, is he away? Is Andy?
He went away. I don't know if he's back now.
Andy, you didn't miss anything, mate. You didn't miss anything. They were shite.
Strasbourg Steve goes, question for you guys. Do you think Ten Hag needs at least one trophy to be successful next season for Man United standards? I genuinely think for me, it's about just getting in the top 4. I think we need to win at least a Carabao Cup, a FA Cup. A lot of people are putting off this Carabao Cup and FA Cup. You need to have you look at yourself and shame on you, mate. Anybody who's looked down on the Carabao Cup and the Carabao and the FA Cup, you have to look at yourself. And Lord, I think maybe
the League Cup. I don't look at it.
That's what I'm saying to you.
The FA Cup, the greatest. Listen to me.
No.
FA Cup, the greatest cup competition in the world, mate. Do you think Liverpool fans are asked about the asked about the League Cup? It's just a nice day out.
No, it's not a nice day out. It's about building the mentality of the football club.
Saeed.
No, really, that's why you're wrong. I thought you of all people.
I'm asked about the FA Cup. Listen, this is what I'll say to you. I'm asked about the FA Cup. The only domestic trophy I want to win, other than the league, is the FA Cup.
Why don't you want to win the Carabao Cup?
No, because I'm not asked about it.
Why are you not asked?
It's not in my DNA, mate. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my DNA, mate. You know what?
DNA's winning it.
Listen to me. You know what? You know that League Cup. You know what we used to use it as? Playing the youngsters to see if they got a bit of talent.
No, man, no,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think you know what?
I'm sorry. No. Listen to me. Listen to me. Let me finish my point.
By the way, big up to Eagle Eye.
If United win the Europa League next season, big up Eagle Eye. Yeah, man, Rich. Happy birthday, bro. Saw Red this morning. Yeah, saw her today. Were you in school today, man? Big up. Seeing McTominay, Maguire, Bruno in the flash.
No. Sol Campbell. By the way, Sol Campbell. It's the fact that they go on about it every time. It's not the fact that I say that they've lost this and they keep talking about the FA Cup. It's the fact that they keep
brilliant. I love the FA Cup.
But my gripe with Turkish was he kept talking about the FA Cup. So I was like, oh, FA Cup, is that what you're on about every time? My thing is here.
To me, FA Cup, League, Champions League. That's why.
Can I just say something?
Europa League, League Cup.
Are you gonna let me have a word?
I'll just say.
You always go on about me about the structure. And you always say to me, the structure is important to win. The structure is important to build stuff, yeah? The structure, I have come here, I said, you know what? I've listened to that, yeah? I've listened to that. But for you, I think you should come to the fan base and say, you know what? We need to be looking at every single cup as a competition. Man United should be looking to win. And Man United should be aiming to win. Luridin, you can't come up in here and say structure this, structure that, yeah?
Because the structure's there to compete for the big trophies, not to fucking go for a Mickey Mouse Cup.
That is a big trophy for United.
It's a Mickey Mouse Cup.
No, hold on a minute. You're wrong, man. Luridin, beggars can't be choosers, man. You know that.
Oh my God.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Listen to me. In no way, if Man United are even bottom of the league, I'm not asked about a Mickey Mouse Cup.
It's not about bottom of the league.
It is.
Why are you setting the standards?
Listen to me. The FA Cup is the greatest cup competition in the world.
It gives you a break.
Champions League is one of the greatest. It's one of the most glamorous trophies in world football. The Premier League title means something. Other than that, I'm not asked. We celebrate a treble. Not because the League Cup is in it. Not because we've got Europa League in there. No, it's because you know what, Saeed? The three that matter. So the three that matter, listen to me. FA Cup, League, Champions League. I'm about the structure, building structure to compete for these three. And not to compete for Mickey Mouse. No. Liverpool fans who are celebrating. If Liverpool was to lose, let's say on Saturday, yeah? If we were to lose on Saturday,
does Pep Guardiola look down on the Carabao Cup?
Listen, that's Pep Guardiola. Listen to me.
But Pep Guardiola's the greatest manager ever.
Listen to me.
Guardiola's the greatest manager in the world right now.
When it comes to Pep Guardiola, they're going to be counting how many league titles he won. The conversation's not going to be, and then he's won 4 League Cups. Nah, mate. No, mate. You're moving like Jose, mate. Now you're going to tell me the Charity Shield is a trophy. Then you're going to tell me the Charity Shield.
That's where it comes down to. Okay, so it comes down to that. So,
Jose said, 3 titles.
That's what it comes down to. Because Jose Mourinho talks about his Carabao Cup. That's why you're looking down at Jose Mourinho.
No, because y'all talking. Listen, to me, the League Cup is like a day out. Like the Charity Shield, mate. It's a charity game. It's a charity.
No, it's not. Charity Shield is a charity game.
Listen to me.
The Carabao Cup is a league cup.
League Cup is not. I'm not about Man United competing for League Cups, mate.
How do Man United build mentality?
No, mate.
That's the question. How do Man United build mentality?
Man United, you know what Man United build mentality? They don't worry about a League Cup, mate. They worry about it.
Wow.
Listen, you know what they worry about? You know what they worry about? You know what they worry about? Is winning the FA Cup. You know what they worry about? Is getting closer to challenge for a league title.
You sound entitled.
Nah, mate. I'm sorry.
You sound entitled.
Listen, all I'm saying to you, every one of you United fans in here celebrating a treble. Tell me where in the treble it's got Europa League and a League Cup in it.
But we're not that club anymore. We're not that club
I
anymore.
don't care. But listen, I'm still here.
Why are you arguing with yourself?
I'm copying
You're
my
arguing with
answer.
yourself now. Big up to Zayn Biasi.
Silence is deafening.
But for me, though, I just want to wrap up
The
this
trouble
argument.
is the trouble.
Can I make my closing statement? For me, to instill a winning mentality, you have to win this kind of trophy. You have to win the Carabao Cup. Guardiola doesn't turn his nose down on the Carabao Cup because you know why? It brings a mentality to the club. So you win
I understand
one,
what you're saying.
I'm not finished yet. You win this one, then you go win the FA Cup, then you go win the other cups that are there. It brings a mentality. These lot have not won cups. We've not won a cup in 5 years already. So for you to turn down
we won a Mickey Mouse Cup.
No, hold on a minute,
What did we win last time?
Hold on a minute.
What did we win?
For you to turn
Tell the
down,
people what we won.
Hey,
what did we win? Mickey Mouse. What we won?
it was the Carabao Cup and
Europa.
the Europa League. This is what I mean, Lauren. That's what I mean. You can't do this. You can't do this.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll take the only cup that I recognize and see, because the greatest cup competition in the world is the FA Cup. I don't recognize no League Cup. It's not in my vocabulary.
I think it's about time.
Europa League is not. Europa League is not for me. Something that I recognize. FA Cup is something I recognize.
You don't recognize the Europa League.
So
how are you gonna get in the Champions League?
Saeed, you know what?
Guarantees.
You don't want to hear that music. You don't want to hear that music. I just feel like somebody got a dagger. You know, one of those daggers.
Let me say this.
You know what?
You don't rate the Carabao Cup. You don't rate the Europa League.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna give you some home truths. They're the only cups that Man United are about to win.
Well, that's why shambles.
Season.
That's why shambles.
No, it's not a shambles.
It is shambles. No, the FA Cup. I'm hoping Man United
it's
go
something
for the
that
FA
United
Cup.
is about to get.
I hope Man United
attainable.
I hope Man United can go for the FA Cup next season.
Well, I hope so as well.
Yeah,
but you have to crawl before you walk.
Listen to me. I'm gonna crawl till I challenge for a league title until I try to do something in the Champions League.
Yeah. Listen, let me know, people. I'm gonna ask a question, people, to the audience, because the audience want to know. Do you, yes or no to the Carabao Cup? Do you want to win the Carabao Cup? Let me know in the comments below. Big up to Gareth. Sorry for keeping waiting, mate. But how is it fair to Ten Hag to expect top 4 and a cup when we have 10 players who need to leave the club? No, I think there's aspirations you've got to have. I'm not trying to say that if he doesn't get it, that it's a failure. But for me though, if I'm looking for Ten Hag to win at least a cup and get top 4, I think minimum always a requirement to get top 4 already. Yes or no? It's always a minimum requirement to at least make top 4. Yeah. Whether it's a requirement for us or whether it's a requirement for the football club, it's a requirement to at least make the top 4.
No, just top 4 is a trophy. We're talking about trophies here. We talked about trophies.
No, it's not trophy.
The people that matter, the bankers and the owners.
Yeah.
Top 4 is a trophy.
Yeah.
So forget about we also arguing about Europa League, FA Cup, whatever. The owners of this football club, the bankers who run this football club, top 4 is a trophy.
Yeah.
Top 4 is a trophy.
Yeah. By the way, big up to everybody watching, man. Get the likes up,
listen,
people.
And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We were 200 something away.
Yeah, 220 away, man. So people, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Someone saying
people, 640, we're going live.
Yeah,
on United Real Therapy. Talk about the Ten Hag.
Someone saying there, Saeed, I haven't heard you call out Rangnick yet. Why would I call Rangnick out? What do you want me to do?
Like, Rangnick, you see the way Rangnick's been treated? What are you calling Rangnick out for? I want to know. I just want to know what are you calling him out for?
What do you want me to do?
I'll ask you the question. Did you ever listen to your PE to your substitute teacher when he came to your school? Did you listen to him, or were you throwing paper airplanes on the back of his head?
I was.
Exactly. So look in the mirror, my friend. Look in the mirror. At the end of the day, zero power. He wasn't allowed to make signings, even though all the madness that happened. The players were not listening to him. He had to go in there, entitled players that the club has made entitled. Players with big wages. We're earning wages that Ralf can ever dream about.
Yeah.
And then they're there. And then the whole board leaves him to it. And the players are not listening to him. And he can't even bring the people who he wants to bring.
Yeah. Because this football club is saying, you know what?
No, even I don't know Brexit because of Brexit and the FA and that. No work permit and these guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. If you want to read what the thing is, every manager, Ralf Rangnick defended himself a lot in the press conferences and said the players are not good enough because they're not fucking good enough, right? Or they're bottle jobs, or they're being babied. They all need their dummies and tucked into bed at night. Ralf Rangnick wasn't doing that. Ralf Rangnick came in as a coach, as a professional, looked at them and said, why should I motivate you to get the best out of yourself? This is what I want you to do. And they were calling him Specky, Specs, and they're saying, oh, you talk to us like kids. Because you deserve to be talked to like kids, you entitled fuckers. Right? But all of a sudden, you want to come on here and go, why don't you want to call Ralph out?
For me, I can't call Ralf out because
Ralf,
for me,
it's been
I can
refreshing,
I can
mate.
criticize certain decisions.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Refreshing, mate. On the whole, Ralf is refreshing, right? He was not allowed to bring his own people, Saeed, and then people are throwing him under the bus. I am not, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Blair. Whatever you are, Blair, Bilal Blair, whatever. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You call yourself Blair. Wow.
Blair, yeah,
Wow.
mate. He's in the Tory government.
Wow,
man.
mate. Blair,
The Labour government.
Listen, Blair is a war criminal, mate.
Top four is
if my surname was Blair, I'll try to change it.
Yeah.
Because not innovative to be associated with that war criminal, mate.
Top four as a requirement is unfair. Ten Hag spent no money and has the worst season in the United's history. Good passages of play is all we should require.
Big up, Gareth.
No, I disagree in a sense. I think top four still should be an aim, a minimum aim.
Not unless he has 5 players.
Of
five
course.
starting.
But he said I spent no money. Of course, we have to wait until we kind of get that. For me, just to go back to the question, I think obviously I'll give you a more kind of balanced view. I think for me, Ralf Rangnick, there's criticism on his behalf. I think substitutions, some of them are dodgy. But again, favourites though, innit? Favourites. Bruno Fernandes, maybe there's a contract in him that he says, I can't come off, you know what I mean? Because he had the worst game yesterday, but yet he was brought off Hannibal for some reason. Okay, he was on a yellow card, but come on, mate. You've got to take off Bruno Fernandes. He had a shocking game. And for me, like I said to you, the aim for the football club is to build a winning culture.
Listening. At the end, he was just trying to get to the end of the season.
Yeah,
there was no way gone where they weren't listening to him. He was just trying to get to the end of the season.
Yeah.
And yesterday, 9 players said, "Nah, Ralf, we're all right. Hold tight."
Yeah.
9 of them said to him, "See you later." If you're not been paying attention, if you want to simplify stuff, yeah, you can blame Ralf, right?
Yeah.
But if you want a dressing room that's split 3 to 4 ways,
yeah,
right, there where nobody's listening to nobody, where Murta and everybody else, the bankers, and Murta as a director of football, the bankers are the Richard Arnold, and Ed Woodward, right, where he's left and the mess he's made, and then you got the owners who don't care other than dividends, where nobody's held anybody accountable. When Ralf Rangnick is the only guy trying to hold the players accountable, you're coming out and saying, "Why Ralf, Ralf." Listen, you're not paying attention. You know what you sound like? Sheep, mate. Nah, what's the problem? Nah, that's what you sound like, sheep, mate. You sound like a sheep, mate. We've got overhyped, overvalued prima donnas, a football club where there's zero accountability. Zero accountability. Ralf tried to hold people accountable and people down-tooled on him, mate. Down-tooled on him. We're even listening to him.
Simple as that.
Simple, mate.
People are down tools, man. Ralf just showed all you guys how septic a load of your players are, and now Ten Hag knows and see what he will do. Exactly, mate. Exactly. He's giving the kind of he's giving the book to Ten Hag, saying, right, here, this is what you're gonna do with it. He's not gonna force an opinion on him. He's not gonna do whatever on him. You know what I mean? So
big up, bro. Big up.
Yeah, man. You have to unsee that, man.
No, I don't have to unsee that, mate. That's honestly, I'm not lying to you. Because 1 or 2 journalists wrote articles, yeah. Because Club Agenda, backing Club Agenda, by the way, Samuel raises lockers who calls black people and mixed heritage people calls them toxic. Calls them exotic. That's what he refers to black people and mixed heritage people. Exotic. And the same guy that you're reading his article and believing everything is the same guy that said, mark my words, I'll show it on here, Saeed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. He wrote this, right? I posted it on my Twitter, yeah? It's the same guy that wrote, Woodward has left Man United better than he found them.
Wow.
I'm going to show you one minute.
Better than David Gill was doing? You know, by the way, this is what I've
Look, let's get close to the camera.
It was Ed Woodward is leaving United a better place than he found. That's Samuel Lucas thingy.
Samuel Lucas, mate. Samuel Lucas, you can see his name there.
When was that written, by the way?
That was written in
July. Last year, July.
Last year, July.
Wow.
So this is the same person. When I talk about access journalism, propaganda, Neil Ashton, right? Neil effing Ashton running madness, and now you're gonna blame it all on Ralf. All on Ralf, yeah? Before Ralf was even here, I want to know what football Man United were playing, Saeed.
Listen, you tell me.
We were conceding how many?
5 goals against Liverpool. 3, 2.
4 against Leicester. 4 against Watford. He made us defensively a bit more solid. We didn't concede as many goals as we can. And when the players he wanted to get his He's structuring us across. Players are looking at him like, who the fuck are you? You're not going to be here in 6 months, maybe 5 months. You're only here for 5 months.
Yeah. And
You're
then
not
all
here.
these
And I've got my
leaking.
contract. I've got my contract
Yeah.
for the next 3.5 years, mate.
Yeah. And people leaking out stuff, you know what I mean? And also the recruitment. Did you see by the way? Did you see my my interview with John Salako?
Tell him, Satty. Tell him.
Oh my God, mate. I was shocked.
Myrtle Madness, yeah?
Myrtle Madness.
Yeah?
The guy who recruited Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
The guy who overseen the Wan-Bissaka transfer when he had about 4 months, and then they
Myrtle wasn't a director for at that time, but he was advising the club. But the data guy who's Myrtle's kept was the guy that Man United said to him, to be fair to him, to the guy that said to him, we need a defensive fullback.
Yeah.
But in how modern football is played, you have to be able to defend and also be able to attack.
Of course.
What did Salako say to you?
He said when we looked at the technical side of it, it wasn't great. But yeah, he came after the summer. They were about to sell him, by the way. He came back and then he turned into a right wing back. And he took
Started defending Zaha.
And then they thought, oh. And then they seen 3 or 4 games of him. And instantly Man United were interested. And they put the money down for 50 million. And he was surprised, he said.
What did Salako?
He was surprised.
Like,
he was like, whoa, 50 million was like fair play. It was like fair play. But he goes, this is not like, come on, man. This is Man United Football Club. You have to want more. You have to ask for more. You have to give more. When you look at the top right backs in the game right now, Nuruddin, you have to want more.
Saeed, that just sums it up. As a football club, what has changed? Tell me what has changed.
Yeah.
Ralf Rangnick was like, Matic is leaving. We need a midfield player that can actually, who's younger, who's more athletic, that can hold the ball.
Yeah.
We need a guy that can do that. Nah, mate. Number 11 is gone. Martial's on loan. Rashford is on horrendous form. I need somebody. Yeah, see you later.
There you go. That was a pundit signing. Well, I think for me, yeah, people know, man. This is what I mean about these journalists. Yeah, for me, like I said to you, you have to be very careful what information you take out of them, because a lot of them are getting information by the football club.
Oh,
because
they're all part of the problem. They're all part of the problem.
Yeah. And then they can write it to the Athletic, and then you have to pay £1 subscription to read it. So then it kind of gives them, a feeling of, you know what? We're going to try and create this propaganda about the football club and do it in this way. So this is what I mean, man. The English press, and that's it. Absolutely undertake. The English press, I like this because United Football Club is the biggest football club in the world. And to get them in a way where you want to control the fan base, it's one of the biggest propaganda machines ever.
Andy, you know what? We're similar age, right? Seriously, genuinely, there are certain journalists that the bankers in this football and the Glazers use to put out their PR stuff. So I know, Ralf Rangnick, regardless of all of his faults, of course, there's some things that he's the fault at, yeah? There are things where he's the fault at. But, of course, as any manager, nobody's above criticism. There's things that we can criticize him for. But in terms of the way players have behaved and the way the club have just let him, throw him to the lions and lamb to the slaughter. Lamb to the slaughter. And then the way that they try to now paint it is all his fault, and all their hands are clean.
Yeah,
it's disgraceful. Yeah. And Samuel Luckhurst is the guy who is writing here. Ed Woodward is literally writing. Ed Woodward is leaving Manchester United in a better place than he found it. What? So I'm supposed to believe that guy? Nah, mate.
But who can you believe? That's the thing, though. And that's why it's very, very
toxic,
difficult.
Mate. Agendas. There's agendas at this football club with different factions, and there's no accountability. So for me, I asked the question, Saeed, what were Man United doing before Ralf came? We were playing horrendous.
Yeah.
It continued because he's here for 5 months.
Yeah, it's true.
He did his best. He did his best. He did his best for what he was given. He did his best. He wanted to bring in people that can help him work, and he did his best. That's
he did his best, man, and that's for me.
And the most important thing as well, Andy, he was the only guy who sat on the chair that was honest with us. Honest about the club structure, what's going on in the background. Was honest about the players that we've got. Was honest, mate.
Just this, why are you guys gassing Rangnick? It's not his fault. He's a fraud as a manager. He got exposed. But for me, though, everybody knew, though, he's not a definitive manager. It's what he would do.
He's a builder of football.
I had that expectation. So it's only if you didn't have that expectation. If you had expectation that he's going to come in.
The club wrote off the season, Justice. What are you talking about? The club, when you have interim, right? Yeah. That means you wrote off the season, but you're arrogant thinking Ronaldo will get us top 4. No, mate, he don't wear like that. He don't wear like that, mate. He don't. Football needs to be playing on that football pitch, mate.
There you go, people. Football needs to be playing the football pitch, and football
You
also
can't hide. You can't hide, mate.
and the philosophy needs to be started from the top. I just hope that Ten Hag can do that, buddy. Can
He
you do that?
exposes everything. No, Saeed, he's not going to be the only man. I'll say it again and
Just John
again.
Miller had the philosophy
Listen,
of Ten Hag.
6:40.
Yeah.
6:40. We're going live on my channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, Saeed. In about 4 minutes, we're going to go live on my channel.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it. What the expectation is from this fan base. So
they're all coming, man. Dave Simon, Ralph ended up worse than Ollie, worst ever manager. Let me just tell you something. Ollie was an actual manager, and Ralph wasn't. So how about that? So you can't even categorize him as one.
Ralph coached 10. And what did I say, Saeed? If he doesn't, on that Straightjacket podcast after we signed, what did I say? If he doesn't get the backroom stuff that he needs, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Did I not say it?
Yeah, of course. But he didn't get it, though. He got that Chris Amas guy who was told by Fergie, apparently, to what? What was it?
You're going to need more than that here, son. He told him about how he played and what football's like in North America. And Fergie said, this is what I'm saying. Look where they would put that in the article. In what context?
What context are you doing, people? This is what I'm trying to say to you, people. It's been a disastrous season. At
the end of the day,
but
the
I'm not
players
blaming
are there.
Ralf Rangnick.
You know what? Even if the Ralf Rangnick is horrendous, what happened to the players? How come they're not turning up? Where's the personal pride? Where's playing for the shirt?
No, McTominay says it, though. He says personal pride. Play for the badge.
Hiding,
yeah.
Okay.
I get a midfielder who hides. You know what I mean? I get defending.
Forget about hide. Listen, to me, I don't blame McTominay because he doesn't put himself on the football pitch, and he's not a number 6. He's a box-to-box number 8. And Fred, we use 2 number 8s. One of them's high-pressing number 8.
I know.
The other one's box-to-box number 8. As we use them as number 6s. That's the club.
But again, we have no midfielders.
That's the club that puts them on there.
He wanted to leave out.
Exactly. Why would he want to stay when he's not being played?
Big up to you, go Saeed. Put your hand up and admit the truth, mate. When Ralph took over after the Palace game, he came here about banging about philosophy. I told him to calm down. You are doing some elite back tea. Again, mate, this is not a time
we
to...
saw it for half an hour.
It's not a time to be winning arguments. Everybody knew Ralph's philosophy. He is the master of...
And they said no. What did they say?
They said they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to run around. He changed the formation 4 times. He went from a 4-2-3-1. He went to a 4-3-3, 4-2-2. Bro, he did everything. What was that Crystal Palace? Not Crystal Aston Villa game where we was 2-2. It was a 4-1-4-1 formation. Again, people, he had the expectation. We had the expectation of him. We knew what he was going to do, but the players did not deliver. It's ultimately down to the players. They deliver the tactics. Ralph can only motivate. He can only come up and say, you know what, guys, implement what I've said. But yet again, they've let him down. He's talked about the injury department. He's talked about the medical department. This is not on Ralph. The whole structure has not allowed him to succeed. And it's the bottom line, people. You can do whatever you want. And even sometimes I look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and say, you know what? Even though he's a bad manager, why didn't this go get him a midfielder? I've even said it. Even though I think he's a rubbish manager, why didn't they go get him in that kind of midfielder that they wanted? But again, I'm not trying to blame it on the manager. But yet you have to understand that it was literally just failure. He came in and he could not do anything about it. But people, we're going to wrap up the show, people. Please, guys, like the video on your way out. There's literally been over 700 views all throughout the whole video. It's been a very, very debateful, heatful argument, but we're here straight talk.
We're having it.
We never, ever give you an easy podcast, man. We just give you straight talk. How many times have we argued, but we're here, we say common ground. I think you should look at the Carabao Cup. I think you should give credit to Conte. But again, that's
all I'm saying to you is look into your own hearts and your own heads. Ask yourself, why are you so happy with Man United? Treble. Is there a Europa League in the treble? There's no Europa League in the treble. Is there a League Cup in the treble? There's no League Cup in the treble. To me, building a football structure means what, Saeed? Competing for the biggest trophies ever. I'm not here to compete for the league.
Biggest trophy. But what if I told you the biggest trophy for United right now is the Carabao Cup?
That's the FA Cup, my friend. FA Cup.
Well, there you go. I just said to you,
the
biggest cup for Man United now to win is the Carabao Cup.
It's not for me. It's the FA Cup.
In terms of what we need to do. Anyway, we could be here.
We need to win an FA Cup, mate, before we win anything else.
Please, guys, like the video. Let's get at least 400 likes. Head over to United Real Therapy. We're gonna go live soon as people. But people, I'm gonna be on the Big Six tonight. Channel, people. Make sure you're there on the Big Six tonight. Make sure you're there tomorrow.
Steve breathing easy.
He's in a parade. He's chilling with 7 other fans, mate. You know what I mean? Hold tight to 7 fans. Have you got a song for them?
Yo, don't say fans.
20,000.
You're having an absolute laugh. That's all I would say. 20,000 empty seats. You're having a laugh.
Thank you.
Hold tight. Hold tight.